Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ange if you haven't met me before, and today I thought that I would share with you guys my favorite houseplants of the month. So it is still really cold here in Sydney, but some of my houseplants have been giving me some beautiful, and I mean beautiful, new growth. So I thought that I would share with you which plants are actually flourishing right now, give them their time in the spotlight. So if you want to see what my favorites are, then definitely keep on watching. We do have a sleepy little dog right next to me, so let's hope he stays quiet because he gets really barky. Okay, let's get into it. Sleepy dog. Okay, so the first plant on my list is one of my only anthuriums in my collection, and that is my beautiful Anthurium Vittarifolium. So this guy has these giant strap-like leaves, and they're just so majestic and proud. I feel like when it's on my plant shelf, your eye is immediately drawn to this because it just looks so unique and very strange looking. It is still planted in its nursery planter, and I've just popped it into a pot that doesn't really fit, but you know, it's what I have, okay? But absolutely stunning, and this is the newest leaf that it has blessed me with. It's not as big as the leaf that it came from in the nursery. It is getting about a moderate light in my bathroom, but I do think because it is winter time and the sun isn't as strong, the new leaves tend to be a little bit smaller. Not always, but that can be the case. So unlike most of my other houseplants, I will let them dry out completely, like 99% dry. This guy I don't. I do believe anthuriums like to dry out, but not bone dry soil. When the first inch or so starts to dry out, that's when I will water it again. And anthuriums typically like a more humid environment. So I've been keeping mine in my bathroom. It's right next to my shower, so morning and night it gets a nice burst of hot steam, and I feel like it's absolutely loving it. I don't see any brown crispy edges, which I'm so happy. I was really nervous to bring this plant in my collection because I'd never had an anthurium before, but I can tell you that this is a super easy plant. And we are getting some new growth up at the top here. We have this guy that I think is a new leaf, and we have one popping in just over here as well. So I'm super excited to see how big they get. It's really cool when the anthurium leaves come in. They come in teeny tiny, and then they just become this giant leaf. So this is definitely one of my favorites for the month. My second favorite is a plant that I thought would die a slow, painful death, and this is my gorgeous Philodendron Silver Cloud. So I do believe the Philodendron Silver Cloud and the Philodendron Mame are quite similar, but I do believe the Philodendron Silver Cloud has a bit more of a rounded leaf shape. I think if that is completely wrong, then I'm so sorry. But it has some gorgeous patterning to the leaves. They look like little pillows, and then they have this silvery patterning, and it's just all around absolutely gorgeous. This one is a running philodendron, which means it kind of just goes along the soil. It will never trail up like, you know, a Monstera Deliciosa or anything. Okay, so the reason why I thought this guy was a goner was it was putting out a new leaf before this one for months. It was just doing nothing for months, and then it slowly just rotted away and died while it was still in its sheath. So I was like, gosh, I think it's gonna die a slow painful death. But then this guy popped out straight afterwards, and it is like absolutely perfect. This one I like to keep in a super well draining mixture, so it's a lot of orchid bark and perlite. You can see just how chunky that is because it does not like to stay wet for very long. So this is another one that I allow to dry out almost completely, and then I will give it a nice watering. And humidity wise, I don't find that it needs anything special. It is just in my bedroom with my normal ambient humidity. I don't have a humidifier or anything, and it is doing absolutely perfect. And I'm so happy with this. I cannot wait for it to spit out more leaves because it's so pretty. And the prices for these right now are going insane. Like, people need to stop with the price inflation. I got this one leaf cutting for about $40, and now they're going for like $150. So yeah, please stop. So the next plant on my list is not a rare plant, but I thought that I would give it some love because I think it is a little bit underrated. And this is the ALOCASIA amazonica. I don't exactly know the difference between an Alocasia amazonica and an Alocasia poly. Are they the same plant? Are they different? Let me know. But this one has absolutely stunning foliage. It's got your typical Alocasia leaf shape, and then it's got some striking veining. Like, look at that. It's just this lighter green. And then the back sides, I can't show you, but it's so pretty. Alocasias are meant to go kind of dormant in the wintertime. They don't like cold, and they're just quite a finicky plant, especially overwatering, underwatering. I don't know, they're a bit of a nightmare. But this one, it just thought that it would like to put out a new leaf. And I'm like, sure, okay. But this is the newest leaf that it has come out with. And let's do a Kaylee Ellen head test. Oh my gosh, like it's just insane. It's so big. This is my hand. Oh, it's so majestic. And it just put that out in wintertime. So, I mean, I had to show you. It is absolutely stunning. Please give this some love. Again, I let it dry out, but not completely bone dry. I find alocasias don't like that, but it is a slippery slope. I have had a few alocasias succumb to root rot and have needed some intervention, let's just say. But this one's doing fine. It has got a little baby in the bottom. These are the smaller leaves. I don't know if you can see it, but it's popped out a little bulb just there. I don't know if you can see that, but that will at some point sprout into a whole new plant. I've just left it there and let it do its thing. It seems to be thriving, but holy moly. Can we all just please appreciate the beauty of this leaf? Next plant is a succulent, and it is one of the chain of string ofs, but I don't think that this one is as raved about, and that is the string of dolphins. So I have heard that Senecios in general do grow a lot in the wintertime, which I'm finding is quite true. My string of pearls are going nuts right now, and so is this one. You can see that it has a ton of new growth. These are the little growth points. We've got some here. We have some just sticking out over here. And it is called a string of dolphins because if you can tell, they look like little swimming dolphins, which is, it's just so cute. What I love about this as well is that it is super easy to propagate. I've given a few cuttings to my mom and now they're huge. What I like to do is cut off a section, pick off a few of the little dolphins so that some nodes are exposed, let that callus over for about a day, and then stick them straight back into the soil, and then they start growing. Miraculous, beautiful. That's how I got this guy looking a bit more bushy. Some people have some problems with the string of dolphins. They find that the leaves get a little bit flatter and they look more like stingrays. So here is one of the leaves that is getting more flattened, and it's definitely more of like a stingray shape. So that is when your plant is not getting enough light. They will kind of flatten out like that. So I find I put this in bright indirect light, but it does get some direct light throughout the day. Right now it's winter, so the sun is not super harsh, but in the summertime, I might not let it get direct sun in the afternoon because it might burn a little bit, but give it some bright indirect light, water it when it's completely dry, and it will just show you nothing but love. So I have to love it back because it loves me, and then I love it. So now we're like a loving circle. Oh gosh, I think I've been at home alone for too long. I'm becoming like a crazy lady. But anyway, that is the next plant on my list, the Senecio, or string of dolphins. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so you can probably say that I'm not a massive Calathea lover. I find them to be finicky and mean, and they just don't love you back, but this one is an easy one. So if you're he's stretchy. Oh, you're stretchy. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to touch you. Okay, so if you're looking for an easier Calathea to try out, then I would definitely recommend this one, and it is the Rattlesnake Calathea. I don't know, I heard that it got reclassified into the Japortia family, but to me, it is still a Calathea rattlesnake, and it has these gorgeous leaves. It just looks so hand painted. So it's got these beautiful markings with lighter green and darker green. And then the backs. Can we just talk about the backs? They're red. There's something, I don't know, I really love leaves that have a different color on the back, because it's like, ooh, we're a party at the front, but we're also partying in the back. So whatever way you look at it is absolutely gorgeous. But this guy has been putting out a lot of new growth. Again, I like to keep this one in my bathroom because Calatheas are a fan of humidity. So I think it's absolutely thriving in there. But unlike some of my other Calatheas or Stromanthe, I just water this with tap water and it's absolutely fine. Like, no browning. It's just loving life. Absolutely loving life. Again, try not to let it dry out too much. They're another plant from those families that don't like to be completely dry. But oh, hello. Absolutely stunning. So please, if you are scared to try Calathea, get your hands on this because it will show you love. You know. Yeah. All right, and the last plant I have to show you guys today is a classic, is a beauty. Everyone knows it, but I had to put it in this little video. It is a Monstera Deliciosa. So this one, I started out as a baby seedling. So it was about this big when I got it. I'd say about a year ago. You can still see some of its original leaves. This one is an original leaf, and this one is an original leaf, but it is huge. I'm gonna have to do some other footage so I can actually show you guys this, but I wanted to highlight this plant because it has put out 2 beautiful leaves. And there it is. Like, when you think of Monstera leaf, you think of this, right? Right? Think of Monstera leaf, you think this. Like, it just looks so absolutely perfect. There is no inside fenestrations yet, but I kind of like them without the inside fenestrations. I think they look a little bit prettier. Sorry if you don't agree, but it just put out 2 beautiful leaves. It is, I had to move it. When I first got this plant, I put it in bright indirect light and it just kept sprouting. So I had to move it into more of a medium light situation to kind of slow the growth down. But you know, she just wants to keep on growing. I love this plant. I love how the leaves come out more of this lime green and then they kind of fade down to the darker green, and such an easy plant to take care of. Just let it dry out completely, give it a good water and give it some light and it will completely reward you. It's definitely great for beginners, and you know, we can all see why there is a huge hype around these guys. All right guys, so those are all my favorite houseplants of the month. Leave me a comment down below telling me what is your favorite houseplant of the month. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then hit the thumbs up. And if you haven't already, then hit subscribe because I post 2 plant videos every single week, and I'll see you guys in my next one. All right, bye.